But wait, we aren't done yet. While the newer consoles were definitely the most advertised, the PS1 and N64 were not left out. Pro Skater 3 was sadly the last published N64 game in North America. Obviously, the PS1 and the N64 didn't have the power of the newer systems, so the games were toned down to pretty much look and play like the first two games. The newer missions were taken out and were replaced by similar missions that were in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. The Create a Skater and Park Editor modes have been toned down a whole bunch. Almost to the point to where it's pretty much almost completely identical with the Create a Skater and the Park Editors that were in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. The trick system has also sadly been toned down, but luckily the revert was kept in. The design of the levels is the area where I'm the most surprised by when it comes to these versions, because I immediately thought that the levels were going to be reduced in size, but they weren't. The levels are surprisingly every bit as big as the levels in the other versions. The multiplayer, obviously these systems aren't compatible with online, so it's just the regular multiplayer, which handles pretty well. Graphically, the games look almost identical to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Shaba Games and Edge of Reality developed these two ports and are good at pushing any console to their limits, but obviously they were limited visually. The bigger levels did come with one noticeable trade-off, and that was the level of detail in each map, particularly the N64 version, which is extremely lacking in detail. The PS1 is a little more sharp from a graphical standpoint. The N64 has quite a few graphical pops and glitches. That's not to say that the PS1 is perfect either. It has a lot of glitches as well, but the big deciding factor is the frame rate, which is more tolerable on the N64. The controls have not been changed for either version. Obviously, they've added controls for the revert, but overall, if you've played the previous two games on either console, you should feel right at home with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Overall, while not as big in size as the newer consoles, there was nothing wrong with picking up Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 for the N64 and the PS1. Sure, they had their technical issues, but they were just as fun. Well, everyone, that's it for now. Thank you for listening, and tune in next time as I continue this review with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Hey, little dog, you could have broke